Hello everyone, it's Leo, and me and Curasoleo are here today to read your comments about the theories you guys have for 2020 PreCure. Yes, the 17th PreCure season is probably starting next year if PreCure is not cancelled. Let's pray not. But I shared my theories based on Oshita Twinkle, the second Star Twinkle PreCure ending, and now I'm going to read the comments that you guys left on the video. But before the comment, I just want to say that this is just a video for us to have like a good time, for us to talk about things we wish for PreCure and everything. It's not a competition. It's not like trying to see who has the best guess or anything. It's just a video for us to have fun. It's just a video for us to have a good time, because it's always nice to share. It's always nice to theorize. It's always nice to dream, because we can dream about so many different ideas, and there are some pretty nice ones. But before I get to the comments of the video, I just want to read a comment that Jada left on my Instagram. Jada said, "I need Cure Echo to get her own season, but if I had to choose, I want 2020 theme to be Under the Sea, Mermaid Splash PreCure." Just imagine if we'd have something like that in an actual season. That would be like an amazing theme. I can't even imagine. I would love to see that for sure. But anyways, let's get to the comments of the video. Let's start with the comment made by Tiffany Chan 123. My guess? Maybe sports, considering that 2020 is the year that Tokyo is going to host the Olympics, and that one of the anime ambassadors has been Curiel. It is surprisingly likely. Tiffany, this idea is really great, and it's really likely to happen if we think about it. I mean, 2020 is going to be a big year for Japan, for sure, because the Olympics are happening there. There are going to be like tons and tons and tons of people from all around the world, lots of tourists, and obviously Toei is not going to let that pass. So yes, lots of people that are going to Japan are probably big anime fans, big anime fans. They already go to Japan, like they travel to Japan, but you know, having the Olympics is like one other motive for you to go. So I'm pretty sure the Toy Store is going to try to do lots of special things for the Olympics. Maybe release lots of different merchandise with the Olympics theme. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Toy is going to do something. So yes, this is a very nice idea, and it would be a nice season as well. I mean, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I like sports anime. You know, sports and anime are always nice. And you know, the sporty cures we've had, they're all great. And you guys know I love Cure March. So yes, I'm a sucker for sports cures. I love them. Pre-Hearts commented, school, math, or science theme, maybe because of the random 1+1 part, but mainly thought it would be angel-themed series because of that praying part you explained. But since PreCure is a mascot of 2020 Japan Olympics, people say it would be sports-themed. One way to look more into it is to look at past series' second endings, and then there's a very nice comment, you know, exploring why we have like references to the next season in the previous endings. So you can go and check out Pre-Heart's comment on the latest video I did, and this comment is really good. Anyway, I think that math, school, you know, this idea is a nice idea for a season, like a season based on science. It would be very nice, because if we think about it, math is a science. So there can be like different cures representing different types of science. It's gonna be cool. It's a nice idea for a season. I think Curasoleo wants to rest a little. Science Project 88 commented, I'd like a fantasy theme, fairies, dragons, sorcerer, etc. That would be a nice theme, like in kind of like an RPG setting. That would be great. I don't know if that would work for children, but we've had works for children that had this scenario. So it's like, and maybe sometimes Toei likes to explore new ideas, and this would be a nice one. I like this fantasy setting, you know, with colorful fairies and, you know, nice designs. I like this, so I would love a season like that for sure. Next comment is by Happy Ball Roblox. Well, I came up with a theory too, based on Oshieted Twinkle. Clues. 1. Lots of neon lights in the background. 2. Teach me. Teaching dance moves. 3. Star and Cosmo were together a lot, so a duo. Put that all together and you get Disco PreCure! Honestly, this is my favorite. I would love to see a disco themed season, maybe based on the 60s or 80s, you know, with the visuals. I would love to see that, and I love disco themed things. They're usually so colorful and so fun, so playful. So this would be, for me, like one of the best things. So, oh my god. Yes, please, a disco themed season. Oh god, please. Beth F commented, I don't think this ending is hinting at anything, to be honest. Not in the lyrics anyway. Last time in Hato's second ending, it hinted at Star Twinkle in its visuals. But here, I can't see anything here visually that might be a hint at the next season, so Shaded Twinkle has me stumped. Yes, when I was thinking about my ideas for Shaded Twinkle, honestly, I had to stretch, like I had to analyze like every single thing to try to find anything, because like, and my points, I don't really believe they will make it, but you know, it's just for fun. I think next year could be sports themed due to how PreCure is a mascot for the Tokyo Olympics. Yeah, that's something that can definitely happen. Metamorphosis said, I guess it's going to be about detective or technology. I don't know, this ending doesn't tell that much. Hokuto ending 2 didn't tell a lot too, but the backgrounds pointed to imagination and 2 feather wings appeared with Cure Amour, the same feather from the Star Twinkle logo and from the pens they used to transform. Yes, there were not lots, but there were some references coming from the visuals of the second ending, not from the lyrics, for sure, when it comes to Hokuto transitioning to Star Twinkle. So yeah, it's a different thing. It's a different way of referencing a season, like referencing from one season to another. And going on, so I still think there are some hints to who point for the next season. Detective is the best theme. I mean, come on, it would be so awesome. I agree with you. Science and technology are good themes too, for sure. They could mix all of that together. I also thought of a spy themed season. Come on, that would be amazing. Blue Cat is kind of hint too, if we were right anyway. I guess we're going to have a duo. We had too much cures this year, 6, 5, and 5 again to Star Twinkle. So we need some balance. Probably it's going to be a duo with 1 or 2 mid-season cures, so we can have a trio or a quartet. Well, I like duo seasons, but sometimes I wonder if they're afraid of doing duos because that means less merchandise. Well, when you have to, like, when you have a season with 4 cures, you can release 4 versions of everything. And so I think that 4 cures is easier to work with. Sometimes I wonder if duos are not that used because they're kind of afraid of how they are going to profit from just 2 cures at the start. I mean, Mahotsukai was like a strong season sales-wise at the time. Nowadays, if we look at it, it's kind of like low, but it got PreCure up again. But would they do it again nowadays? I don't know. Saul Guerra said, this might be a stretch that doesn't involve the theme, but I would like the PreCures to be sword fighters to change up the way they fight without going all kira kira on us. Also, it would be nice if the title was something like Heartful Sword PreCure. Yes, I love the name of the season you created. I don't think Toei is going to go that way anymore. If we look at PreCure and fights, we didn't have a season that is very prominent on fights since Go Princess. Go Princess was the last one. After that, all of the seasons, they were very mild on fights. In Kira Kira, they tried to do something different. They tried to bring something different. But in the other ones that we had after Go Princess, we had the physical fights, but they are all very short, very simple, very straightforward. Sometimes we don't even have fights, like in Hokuto. Like most season, in the most episodes, we didn't even have fights. Nothing happened. You know, they just used their powers and that was it. Temp Tong said, there are 5 themes that I would like to see the most in PreCure. 1, fairy tale, we have Smile, Job, we have Hokuto, jewelry, we have Maho Girls, astronomy, we have Star Twinkle, and the last one is nature and season. As a science teacher, I'd like to see the cures that represent seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. They can also use the time theme again in this idea. It would be better than Hato. And it would be perfect if it has the villains that represent the national disasters, such as earthquake, flood, volcano, hot wave, disease, hail, storm, etc. So if you search for PreCure Season Touch, that is the best fan-made PreCure team for me. I hope someday Toei will create the team like that. I absolutely love your idea, like the idea of the cures and the villains and everything. Yes, PreCure Season Touch, that is a very nice fan season. The images we have, like the creator of this season is very creative. The person is very talented because the drawings are amazing. We do have kind of like a season thing in Star Twinkle because we have Cure Star representing spring, Cure Milky representing summer, Cure Soleil representing autumn, and Cure Celine representing winter in their transformations. So that is like the only representation we've had so far in PreCure from seasons. And yes, it could also be a lead to the next year, so who knows? That would be an amazing idea. I loved it. It's amazing. So we have Gotcha Celine saying, so if the cure is in social PreCure, we would have Cure Face, Cure Tweet, Cure Vine, Cure Insta, and Cure Google. Girl, that would be very hard for Toei to pay for those names. I'm sure of it. And then Tiffany said, Cure Video, Cure Code, Cure Pixel, Cure Game, and Cure Tech. I love the name Cure Pixel. I love this name. Like, if she had like a pixelated design. Come on, Toei Animation. Hodik said, I still think about technology, idol, social media theme for 2020 PreCure season and in future movies as well. I think that technology is a very nice theme. It's been spoken a lot in the comments. It's a very nice idea, I think. I think it would work very well. And well, in anime in general, we have lots of like imagination when it comes to technology, like lots of shows that focus on technology, and PreCure could tackle that theme. I would love to see that. Jojo Kitty commented and said, I think a theme with nature or the ocean would be cool. I also like seasons that don't have an explicit theme, kind of like Happiness Charge and Smile. They had themes, but they weren't super in your face. I kind of like that because it gives more to work with. I'm quite curious about PreCure 2020 though. I guess we'll have an idea in a few months. Yes, I love your observation about like seasons that have a theme but they don't really go full on it. It's nice, as you said, it opens up lots of different possibilities for that season, and that's an awesome thing. Like for the writers, I think it's an easier way for them to work with whatever theme they want to work, and they don't really have to think about fitting that theme into a season. Yes, nature is a lovely theme for sure, and oceans are also very nice. Like if you think about mermaids, not only mermaids, but you can explore oceans in other ways, right? So yeah, that's a great theme. Nubbles T said, I would love an art-themed season, but drawing was a pretty big thing this season, so most likely not. My guess would be an ocean sea-themed season. This season focused on the unknown of the universe, so it could lead to the opposite, unknown of our own planet and the mystery of the sea. Oh my god. Kind of how princesses went to Mahotsukai, with princesses being a foil to witches. Just a guess though. I absolutely love this philosophy, you know, like Star Twinkle going to the unknown of the space, and then the next season tackling the unknown of our own world, which is the mysteries of the sea, because we don't really know the deep sea that much. And wow, that's a lovely idea, and I would love to see PreCure's take on this subject. It would be very fun to see for sure, because you know, if you think about it, I don't really know what PreCure could do and how PreCure could go onto the mysteries of the sea, because we know that there are lots of bizarre fishes down there, bizarre animals down there. They're fascinating to look at. And how would PreCure do that? Like, how would PreCure turn that into a cute or cool thing? And how would the villains look like? Oh my god, that's a very nice thing to think about. I would love to see that. Jefferson Soto said, next year it would be angels or mermaids or fairies or pirates. I'm not very sure. So pirates, it would be very interesting to see pirates in a PreCure season, like pirate PreCure or something. It would be awesome. I would love to see pirates. Jesus commented and said, Cure in Wonderland or Cure Lolita's theme. Lolita is a very nice style. I'm talking about the clothing, and I love its style. I think that it had a lot of influence on Emily's and Lulu's costumes in their idol forms. So I would love to see that, like, in the whole season, like all of the Cures having Lolita inspired costumes. Even though I think Kira Kira also kind of had it. I'm not a good person with fashion, so I don't really understand it. Cure in Wonderland is also another nice idea, like Cures representing different characters from Alice in Wonderland. We had a Kira Kira episode based on that. It was very fun. Like Alice in Wonderland is referenced a lot in anime shows, right? And so a full season with that theme would also be very nice. PreCure and MathFan09 said, I would love if the next theme is math, since math and PreCure are my favorites, as you can tell from my username. Yes, I'm pretty sure you would be very excited for a math themed season for sure. I would be very confused. I'm horrible at math. I would be very confused with that season. You can be sure of that. Rosie Sievers said, I would like to see detective themed PreCure or art themed PreCure. I would love to see an art themed season, as I said before, like each cure representing a different type of art, like one representing writing, dancing, theater, music, composing, every single, like not every single art, it's impossible, but each cure representing a type of art. I would love to see that. Anthony Thomas said, well, I said it's gonna be ninja. Why? Because Sweet, Smile, Happiness Charge, and Star Twinkle gave us ninja references. Also from last year's second ending of Hakuto shows some lyrics about tech, but it was never used in this year as the season theme. So it will be the same for Star Twinkle's second ending. So yeah, ninja, it would be a very out there theme for PreCure, just like Pirates. I would never expect to see a ninja themed PreCure season. That would be also very cool because I love when they get themes that aren't expected, especially in shows for girls. Like, you wouldn't expect pirates for girls. So I would love if they would be bold to choose something like that. Everything's Shining Star said, things I would like to see. Idol-themed PreCure, Idol World PreCure, Tropical-themed PreCure, a PreCure series where all the fairies are PreCures, just like Jewel Pet kinda did. Sports PreCure, some series focused on culture, Sea Life-themed PreCure, more ideas, season 2 of existing series with more cures. Well, I think that I don't believe they will do sequels anymore. I think they said it in a past interview. Obviously, ideas can change, new people can come in and do something different, but I don't think they will risk doing another season, another second season of a season. I don't think it will happen. It's very unlikely, but I liked the ideas you had. A tropical themed season would be awesome. Season focused on cultures, even though that it can be kind of dangerous, because when you're doing something related to cultures, you have to be respectful of that, and you have to research, you have sometimes to work with people from that culture and so on, and maybe they don't have the resources, maybe they don't have the time, maybe they don't have the people that can do that. So I think that's a very hard theme for them to work with. I mean, if they chose one culture, that's one thing, but if we had like different cures representing different cultures, it would be very hard for them to work and research and write about that. That can be very tricky, but I would love to see that for sure if it had good writing, of course. Jessica Hotling commented, nature themes already used in PreCure, as in PreCure Splash Star. Yes, it is, but it can be used in other ways. And, Splash Star wasn't that popular, so I don't, and as PreCure is done for children, it's not that they can reuse the same theme, but they can use it in different ways. Because, the people that grew up with Splash Star, nowadays they're grown-ups. So the seasons that are gonna air now are not exactly done for the same people that watched Splash Star. We know that are PreCure otaku just like me, but you know, the biggest focus that Toei Animation thinks about when they're doing PreCure is the children. So I don't believe that they're very concerned about repeating a theme. Like, I don't think they would use the same theme, but they would use the theme in a different way. So I think it's possible. Benjamin said, so we got a new season with only 2 cures, but I'm not sure. I think it's because the 1+1 part. And I do hope that the 4 elements are the main theme. I would like to see the 4 elements as a theme in the season as well. I think that they're very simple powers, but they can work very well. Marcus Russell did a comment saying like some names of cures on different themes, and this one is really really interesting, which is holiday PreCure themes like Cure Valentine, Cure July, Cure Thankful, Cure Christmas, Cure Easter, and Cure Halloween. I would love to see Cure Christmas. I love Christmas themed things. So I would love to see her, even though she would look out of place like for most of the year, or maybe a special cure that appears only on Christmas time. That would be very sad to be her and to be able to transform only in Christmas, but I think that it would be like a special thing. Fosh Anime said, we're totally getting Cyberpunk PreCure 2020, a future setting. That's very resemblance of technology, and a bold season it would be, I think. Volcano 2002. I think Idol is most likely. I mean, they do sing in their transformation, unlike all the other seasons. Maybe. I think that Idol was a safe bet like 2-3 years ago because there were so many Idol anime coming up. And I don't know if we can consider that the Idol theme was already covered in Hutto. I think that Hutto worked with it, but they can even work with it even further in like a season totally focused on idols. But I don't know, maybe it's like kind of out of place now. Like idols, we had a big boom of idols. Idols are very popular still, but we're not like its prime, its biggest prime is not really here anymore. I'm not sure. Cover Drive Girl said, I have a theory that Star Twinkle was inspired by Guardians of the Galaxy because of multiple things like space theme, aliens, main character being called Star, and the 80s aesthetic in the ending. Nice observation. I can't read your username. I have no idea how to read Russian. Agnia, can you help me? Anyways, this person said, love, because the Puppet People romantic part in the first ending plus the heart in the second ending and Miyuki's heart in her transformation. I don't think PreCure will ever tackle the love thing, at least in terms of relationships between like a couple. Like they do that, but in very scarce situations. But they can use that theme like in love in a bigger way, like loving your parents, loving your family, your siblings, loving animals, loving nature, loving your friends. And PreCure does that in a way. If we think about it, PreCure always does that. Applejack Army made a comment in Portuguese, so I'm going to translate it like very quickly, a very rough translation. Maybe the name of the next season is going to be Bulletproof PreCure or Monster PreCure X. Bulletproof PreCure, I think that's a very like adult-like name for PreCure, so I don't know. But Monster PreCure X, I imagine like a PreCure crossover with mecha style show. Like they would have big robots, like robots that simulate beasts, and then those beasts would transform and everything, and they would fight with them. Monster PreCure X would, for me, would work somewhat like that, or maybe kind of like Monster Hunter, like a PreCure, the cures would have to hunter monsters, like to go after them because they're doing something bad or anything. So that's a very bold thing, like very different from what PreCure is usually, what PreCure usually is. So I would love if they would tackle those things. So guys, those are some of the comments. There are lots of comments on this video, so I am very thankful for all of the comments and all the talk we've had. It's very, very interesting to talk about those things. I know, you guys know, I love theorizing. I love talking about stuff, possibilities. The possibilities are endless. Just like Curiel used to say, I kind of miss Curiel. Not kinda, I do miss her. Hana is very special even though you guys know, Cure Star is my girl. I love Cure Star. Anyways, guys, I thank you a lot for being patient with me with so many comments, and this video is long. It's probably one of the longest videos I have ever recorded. But anyways, it was really fun, you know, going through some of them and talking about possibilities for 2020 PreCure. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye bye.